Welcome back, my dear student. So it's time for us to move on to our admin area there because we want to be able to see the orders and we want to be able to administer our e-commerce site. Now, there is a couple things, a lot more things that we could do to the front end, and we'll take care of that on the extra features if this continues, right? And it will. So right now, like I said, my major concern. Let's go ahead and log into our admin. All right now we have this login system right here. It's a very simple login system. Let's actually make it a little bit more advanced right now. All right, we could make it more advanced in the extra features too, but let's go ahead and take care of this. What I want to do is first in the admin area, and let me just see, I have some, I have this here too, so let me just take all these off. We don't need this right now. All right, in the admin, we have this index and we have all this HTML data. I mean, I'm talking about we have a whole bunch of data that we actually really don't need. We go to admin, you can see that I did set up some links for you here, so we're good with the links. But there's a whole bunch of static HTML here that we don't need right now. So let's go ahead and split this index here into, reusable modular pieces, right? So we're gonna do the same thing we did with the index in the front end, all right? Very similar. So container fluid is this div right here. You can see that it does have the comments, all right? It's up to you if you want to leave it there, if you want to remove it, all right? So what I want to do is I want to remove everything from nav, all right? And you can do whatever you want later on. The reason why I want to remove everything from nav because we can target this page wrapper later on. Let me just show you. Inspect element. This page wrapper, we can change the color of it later if we wanted to. All right. So it's pretty cool to do that. All right. You see that? So that's why I want to leave it there. So that way we can go to each individual page and change the color of it. We can just add something like admin here and we can target that via CSS. All right. Hopefully I'm making sense of what I'm saying to you right now. All right. But anyway, so every page I wanted to have the page wrapper, all right, individually. So let's go ahead and take everything out from nav. And then I'm going to resources, templates, and then the back area. Remember the back? That's what we're going to be using it for. So new file, header.php. All right, perfect. We don't have any files there, but we will right now. So that is saved there. All right. Now make sure you take all these other pages out. We'll bring in when we need them. All right. So we got the header, and now then what we need to do is require this. First, we need to require our config files because we still need them here. All right. So PHP, and then we're gonna say required once. That way this has to work. If we don't have this file, we don't want anything to work, right? We'll go back a directory or two, right? Because we are in index, we need to go back to the to actually admin, then public, and then so we need to go back one directory, two directories, right? And then we need to jump into resources. That's what it is, and config.php. Perfect. All right. The next thing we need is the headers. So let's copy this. Actually, I think we did an include on the headers on the last one. So include, and we'll use that constant that we made, template underscore back. We'll concatenate it with the header.php. Let's check this out to see if it works. I'm just want to know. Oops, it doesn't work. All right, let's see what's going on. We probably misspelled something here. Yes, we did. Resources. There we go. Enter. There we go. So it's working. That happens. All right. So now let's click on page wrapper and find out the other All right, we got a link here for that, and we have another one for the wrapper, but that's in headers. So we got this wrapper for the whole thing, for the body. And if you want, you can keep that too. It's up to you if you want to keep that. All right, but I don't think we need it here. This is for the whole thing. All right, I just wanted to have the ability to change colors there. So let's go ahead and change the footer real quick in the index. So we have this, we're gonna include this in the footer. All right, then we go to back, new file, footer, .php, paste it, there we go. And then we gotta go here and copy this. Oops, down here. Make sure you change it to footer. All right, let's test this to see if we didn't break anything. Perfect, we didn't break anything. Now another thing is that I want to actually split this admin here content and take it out of there. I don't want all that content there. So I'm actually gonna take all this out of here. I'm thinking, what if we leave the dashboard here? There's always gonna have a dashboard there. So let's leave that title there. All right. That way, when we copy and paste it, we can change the title on other pages. And let's remove everything down to from container fluid. All right. So everything inside here we'll remove. This is this row right here, and whatever row this is. All right, so let's remove everything. There we go. This should do. Command X or Control X, and then we'll go to the back and just say admin content.php. All right. It was just a lot of stuff there, you know. So now here, what we're going to do is we're going to create a function. We're going to create a couple pieces of code here that are going to be including pages on the same admin here. All right, it's going to include pages depending on what we want to happen. All right, make sure you save it, and it's going to look like this. All right, so depending on what we got in the get requests, all right, will display a page. If we have view products here as a parameter, we'll display that page, or app product, whatever we got here, we'll display it. So that way we can just manage everything from index.php. All right, it's gonna be pretty cool. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next lecture.